Hey teacher friend, how you been? It's been a long time since we've had a chance to really talk. So I thought it'd be good to catch up over lunch. So while I'm having lunch, we'll have a chance to just chat a little bit, a little quick story time. I'll kind of update you on what's been going on with life, something real quick, and then we'll go from there. So what are you having for lunch? What do you normally have for lunch? There's always a joke that teachers eat salad for lunch, and I actually didn't really have a salad today. This salad is from Costco. It is the Santa Fe grilled, like a Southwest kind of salad, almost like black beans, corn, that kind of stuff. Really good. Chicken. Sometimes I'm really skeptical about the salads with like the chicken in them because the chicken tastes like nasty. You know how sometimes those salads like the chicken taste like rubbery? But this one, the chicken's actually good. Costco is kind of hard to go wrong with food. You know what I mean? And then I have a little snack. I have some Little Bites. Okay, so story about the Little Bites. My student, you can see it's, I stapled it back together so I can save them. So my student the other day brought me a pack of Little Bites. She eats Little Bites almost every day for her little snack before she comes to my classroom. And she's always like, I love Little Bites. I love Little Bites. And I had never tried them. And so she kept saying, Miss Sutton, I'm gonna bring you some Little Bites so you can taste them. And so then she finally brought me some, and they actually are pretty good. I really like them. I will not be buying them regularly though, because these little things can get you in trouble. They say Little Bites, but then you'll end up eating like 2 bags of these Little Bites and forget that it's causing some big calories. So anyway, hey, okay, so look, story time. So yesterday, we went on a field trip to UCLA. If you don't know, I teach in California. And if you've never heard of UCLA, I don't know where you've been. You're living under a rock. It's this, school that lots of people have gone to that are quite famous and such. Anyway, we went to UCLA, and here's why the story is great. The field trip was okay. It was cool. It was a field trip. First of all, let's pause. Let's talk about my shirt. So, as you can see, look at that. So Jackie Robinson is an alumni, and then it has like the year and everything. This shirt is so cute. So they have a whole little thing now of like Jackie Robinson shirts, like representing his legacy. I think they're starting for legends. They're gonna have like different lines of their shirts. And I'm not normally a UCLA fan. I'm more of an USC girl. But every time we go visit a school, I buy a shirt, just as like a way to commemorate the experience. And then you have something to wear, because you can always throw on a college shirt and some jeans. Hello. And that's always a good thing. The thing that made the field trip the best was that I have some students that are recent alumni. A couple of them are girls that I also had on my cheer team that are now, I taught them for AP English, and I had them on the cheer team, and now they're at UCLA. And it was so exciting to go back. And then we also had another student that she wasn't on the cheer team, but I taught her for English. And so I got to see them all. And it was so nice. It was so nice just to see them. And I mean, I get to see alumni all the time, but it's different when you're actually in their element, right? Like that's their home now. They're living on campus, that kind of stuff. And so it's nice to see them there and see them like as college students, no longer students. Like one of the girls, she brought her roommate with her. So I got to meet her roommate and just like catch up, like how her class is going, what's going well, what's challenging, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, it was nice to catch up. It was heartwarming. It was one of the moments where it reminded me and really grounded me of like, wow, you really teach kids and you really touch their lives, and they become like whole adults and do things and all of the stuff. What? So the reason why I'm telling you this is because I am normally so anti sharing any form of communication with students, right? Like, I don't normally share my real phone number. I have a Google number that I share. I do not give out my Instagram or YouTube or any of that kind of stuff to them. If they find it, they find it. But I don't like tell them how to find it. I don't follow kids back. I don't do any of that kind of stuff. And I still stand by most of that. But I will say this. There are times when I do think it is totally appropriate, especially when they're seniors, to where you keep in contact. And for every teacher that looks really different. But we're at the time of year where like things are ending and you know you're going to be saying goodbyes. You won't see some students again because they're graduating, and maybe you teach middle school so they're graduating from 8th grade or whatever the case. And so take some time to figure out how you want to keep connected to some students. I have learned my lesson, and not all students need to be connected with still. So think about how you want to be connected to students. What way? Like, do you have an Instagram that you set up that like kids can follow, like you tell them at the end of the year? I would not tell them in the middle of the year. Then maybe that's like the prize of once you graduate, or once I'm in a good place with you, I tell you what my Instagram is, and then I follow you back, and it's like my teacher one. Or maybe you keep your Google number, you just make sure to keep it. Maybe a few students, they have your real number. I'm good. How are you gonna stay in contact with kids in a way that makes sense, in a way that's not like cringy or weird, because you don't want it to be inappropriate? And then also, it kind of kills the magic sometimes when you start following students. I had to learn this the hard way. When you follow students back on Instagram and then they start living their full adult lives and doing full adult things that you don't want to see, and putting on the, they're putting those things on the internet, and you don't want to see that. So figure out what you want that to be, how you want it to look. Do you keep a Google number? Do some of the students that you have a really good connection with, do they have your real number? The girls that I saw at UCLA yesterday, they have my real number. They also were on the cheer team. Like, there were other reasons why they had to have my real number, and they were responsible. I don't expect for them to like call me randomly in the middle of the night or send me Cash App requests, which has happened before. So, moral of the story, you gotta figure out how you're gonna stay in contact with your kiddos, because it really is touching. And it really is nice to connect every now and then, not a lot, but every now and then, and to randomly see how they're doing. And sometimes they're not doing great, and that's okay, because then you can give a little mentorship and you can help kind of them navigate whatever things they're needing to navigate through, or not. You're done. But it's food for thought. Anywho, what are you planning to do this summer now that school is winding down? What things do you normally do to stay in contact with kids? Do you at all? What is your policy around social media and all that kind of stuff? Because it's always super controversial. So tell me in the comments, are you team they can't have any of my information, even my socials? Are you team I share everything, it's 2024, they can follow me on Instagram, I don't care? Like, let me know where you are. And yeah, let's talk about it in the comments. Remember, as always, you are amazing. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.